What's up, guys and girls? Welcome back. Today we're talking about Paldean Fates and why it's like one of the best sets in the SV era. Obviously it's got the Bubble Mew, it's got all sorts of chase cards in it. I just kind of want to dig in today and really break it down for you why I think that this set is something you should maybe be taking a look at for your personal collection, something to pick up for yourself, and just deep dive in on why I think it's a great set. So let's hop right in. So first thing you might be asking is Impulsive. Paldean Fates is already really expensive. I can't buy into it, and you know what? That's probably true. It's pretty expensive already, at least compared to a lot of sets. But you know what? Paldean Fates is one of those sets that you're going to regret not getting in on, I think, in the future. Because it seems like Paldean Fates has been the one thing they haven't really been, like, super wanting to reprint a ton of. Not by, like, pure choice, but it's just, it was never the set that people were eyeing. It was always 151 and then Prismatic. It was those two sets, so Paldean Fates kind of slid under the radar for a lot of people, whether for investing, buying, sealed collections, even the chase cards for a long time. Nobody really cared about because they weren't the talk of the town. They weren't the set that everyone was talking about. Until, like, I feel like the past 6 months, people have went, oh wow, Paldean Fates is really, really cool. Bubble Mew is one of the most iconic cards I think we've had in an entire generation. I think it and the Umbreon are both going to be the two neck and neck chase cards of the era. I think the Charizard from 151 will be a close third, but Bubble Mew is so iconic for so many people. And I think that's going to lead to it just increasing in price. Now, obviously, there's a lot of demand and there's a lot of supply, but obviously the supply isn't enough to meet the demand, which is causing the price increases. We've seen Bubble Mew going absolutely insane. Now, you could say buyouts or whatever, but just on the sheer amount of people that love the card, I just can't see it falling super far. I think it's going to definitely trend downward for a while. It just had a huge price increase, so seeing it go further up, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense unless people are actually just pumping it, which in that case, you know, good on them. But I do think Bubble Mew is the iconic card of SV era. Now, not just is Paldean Fates have the Bubble Mew, like I said, a card that people are going to want for what seems like forever. The other two chase cards that are super highly desired in the set are also fan favorite Pokemon. You can't say that about a lot of other sets. Paldea Evolved has the Magikarp. What's the next thing? What, the Raichu maybe? Like, there isn't a whole lot of things. Obviously, 151 has Blastoise and Venusaur and stuff like that, but even then, Charizard is quite a league ahead of the other two. This set, the second chase card, is a Charizard card. A super wanted Charizard card. That is unheard of for a Charizard card to be the second best set, and it still is a $200+ card. There's a ton of value in this set because so many people want all these chase cards. The third one, Gardevoir, another huge fan favorite Pokemon. No other set, it feels like, has this layer of depth besides maybe Prismatic Evolution for like every single card people will kind of want. And, you know, that's what sets Paldean Fates, I think, apart from a lot of these other sets. And what I think kept it kind of undervalued is a lot of people were looking at it, oh, well, there's a Charizard 151. You know, the Mew is cool, but, you know, there's Mews in other sets. The Mew Altart in Fusion Strike, people like. So there's other ways that people were getting these cards. And I think until recently, people were like, wait, no, these are actually the premier cards for some of these. Like Gardevoir, a lot of people like this Gardevoir, the shiny Gardevoir. Black shiny Charizard, really sick. Everyone loves that, a shiny color. Obviously, we have Bubble Mew. So people were underlooking these, and now they've gone up. And I just think, like, this set isn't going to be in print. This is the last set of the block. I think it's a G block. Now, that means that come April of 2026, we will not probably be seeing many reprints of Paldean Fates. They just won't have it on the printers anymore because they have to catch up with everything from Prismatic onward. They have Mega Evolutions, Destined Rivals, Prismatic. They still have so many things they still have to be looking at printing. They can't really go back and reprint Paldean Fates. Now, obviously, there's still going to be stuff that pops up in stores. That's just how it works. Until the backlog of supply that's already been built up is, like, gone through at stores, you know, it'll still keep popping up. But we haven't seen ETBs in forever. The only thing I really see pop up is maybe some tech sticker collections every once in a while and booster bundles. That's about it. And even now, booster bundles are what, $90? Like, I just can't see them getting too much cheaper because there isn't going to be a whole lot of new product that gets made. So once the demand is still there and the supply keeps dwindling, prices have to go up. And it's just how, like, supply and demand will work in this scenario. You know, this is probably one of the weaker arguments I guess I'd have for it, but a lot of people do like the gray border shiny cards, like the baby shinies. A lot of people like them. A lot of people like the Charmander, they like the Snorlax, they like the Pikachu, they like a lot of the other cards, Sprigatito and cards like that. They like the gray borders for these. They're the first kind of like shinies we've had that have had gray borders. The previous Shining and Hidden Fates and all those, those were, yellow borders. So this is kind of a unique experience. Obviously, I think for Gen 10, we'll get another Fate series. It seems like they kind of bring these out every single generation. So maybe we'll get one for Mega. That'd be pretty cool, but I'm less likely on that. But it just shows that people like shinies and, continue to want to hunt them in real life with Pokemon cards. So I think Paldean Fates just has so much going for it that it just doesn't make sense to not be wanting to pick it up. Now, obviously, like I said earlier, prices are super expensive. If you can find an ETB, a booster bundle, a tech sticker collection at MSRP or at a store near you, or just a good deal, I'd pick it up, because ultimately I don't see Pokemon returning to this set. Like I said, it's going to be rotated out, and I just see the demand overwhelming the supply. Now, obviously, price increases. I could see the booster bundles hitting, $120. As crazy as that is to say, if they're already 90. Are you telling me in 6 months, 8 months that they probably won't be $120 a booster bundle as less and less supplies there? I don't know what to tell you. And then obviously you have the ETBs themselves. They're already $250 for a regular ETB. I think they're besides the 151. I think they're the second most expensive ETB that's non-Pokemon Center. Pokemon Center is $500+. That and the 151 and Obscene Flames Pokemon Centers, those are going to be $1,000 boxes, which is crazy to say. I need to hurry up and find a good deal. So if you guys know any good deals, let me know. But these sets are just killer. People want them. They want to display them. It was underlooked for so long. It was undervalued for so long. I think that has just consistently led to people wanting to stock up now that they have the chance before it goes even higher and creates a further run. So if you enjoyed today's video, appreciate it. If you could drop a like and follow, help me out a ton. Join the Discord in the link in the description. Should work. If it doesn't work, let me know. But yeah, at 100 subs, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a PSA slab. So if you want to join that, be sure to like and subscribe. Only way to do it. But otherwise, appreciate all y'all watching, and let me know what you guys think about Paldean Fates in the comments. So appreciate y'all. Take care.